హాయ్ బాలీవుడ్లో మరో థ్రిల్లర్ రాబోతోంది. అది కూడా సర్వైవల్ థ్రిల్లర్. ఈసారి మాత్రం ఆడియన్స్ను ఖచ్చితంగా సీట్ చివరన కూర్చోబెట్టి ఫింగర్స్ క్రాస్ చేసి టెన్షన్తో కూర్చోబెట్టి సినిమా చూపిస్తామంటున్నారు మిలీ టీమ్. మరి మిలీ మూవీ విశేషాల గురించి మనకు వివరించడానికి ప్రస్తుతం మనతో ఉన్నారు సన్నీ కౌశల్ అండ్ Janhvi Kapoor, cute girl. Hello both of you.
Thank you. Hi.
So nice to see you in Hyderabad.
Nice to see you.
Very happy.
Thank you.
By the way, Sunny, how is Hyderabad?
Fantastic. I think it's an जितना भी मैंने देखा है, how much ever I got to see the city, it's fantastic. It's very cute actually. I saw it from airport to the hotel. So whatever I could see, I would love to come here one day just to roam around.
Yeah.
You know.
I didn't ask the same question to Janhvi because Janhvi, you've been a lot of times to Hyderabad, right?
Yeah, I want to go to, what's that bazaar? Chudi Bazaar?
Yes.
I really, I've been wanting to go to Chudi Bazaar for years, but no one lets me go. And I tried sneaking out and going
What do
once.
you mean
And
no one lets you go?
no, you know how I sneak out and I do my exploring? They don't, for some reason, they're like, Chudi Bazaar is too crowded. And it's like, you know how Chandni Chowk is in
Yeah.
Delhi? It's kind of like that, except in Delhi I can still like sneak out and go, but here for some reason they're like,
You
"No,
should
can't
try
go."
that for once. You should try
I've
that.
done it quite a bit. For some reason I haven't had the time, but Chudi Bazaar has been on my list for a while.
Wow.
Yeah.
Next time let us know.
Yeah.
Fine. About Mili movie. Yeah. I'm sure when I just in some interviews or something, I heard that when you got to hear about the Mili movie, it's a Malayalam movie, Helen movie, which has to be remaked in Hindi, and you were not sure about it. You were skeptical about like if I have to do this movie or not. So what made you to do this movie?
I think the fact that my father felt so emotional about the story. I'd never seen him so moved by a film experience before or for a while. And also the fact that I think as an actor it offered me the scope to really push myself, and it was a very new genre that not a lot of actors had, I think, explored other than a handful in at least the Hindi film industry. And also after I met Mathu sir, and I really genuinely believe that he's a very gifted director, and I didn't want to miss my chance in working with him.
And Sunny, you're very choosy in the movies. Like you have been doing different genres movies, and
Yeah.
this is something different
Yeah.
from whatever you have done in the past. So what made you to do this movie?
In fact, it's because I loved Helen. So and I think that's a very common.
You watched Helen before Mili or just?
Before Mili. I
Okay.
watched Helen before Mili, and then I read the script that was adapted as Mili, which was equally great. And just the opportunity to work with Mathu sir, who directed the original film, Janhvi ma'am.
Janhvi ma'am?
Boni sir.
Honored.
And and it's such a great story to be a part of, that I couldn't just let it go.
And Janhvi, lately we have been seeing like you're doing most of the performance-oriented movies and especially remakes. So remakes, do you think they are the best for you?
I don't think I've been looking at a script and saying, is it a remake? Okay, fine, then I'll do it. I don't think that's my approach. I think it's coincidental. And the thing is, I would find it silly to say no to an exciting opportunity just because it's been made in another language before. Because especially with Helen, a lot of the Hindi-speaking belts hadn't watched the film because there's a huge language barrier. And Kolamavu Kokila and Helen both haven't been dubbed and released in these North-speaking regions. So I felt like I was excited by those stories, and I felt like I wanted it to reach a larger audience because I thought it would be a fun, enjoyable, new experience for Hindi audiences, and that's why I chose to do these films.
And Sunny, this is your first remake, if I'm right.
Yeah.
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 And with the same director who has made Helen.
Yes.
So did you find any difference because you have been working like an assistant director before?
Yeah,
So
much before. That was when I
yeah, it
started.
was
10
very
years
long.
ago.
Yeah. Though, see, you might have little glimpse of those working period, right?
Yeah, yeah.
So did you find any difference between North directors and South directors?
No, I don't think so, because I think directing a film is directing a film, and every director has a different process of how they direct the film. So I don't think it's you can bifurcate it like North director and a South director. Every director is different, and I think he's by far the sweetest director I've worked with, Mato sir. I call him sir, but he doesn't like it. But
Yeah, he's like our age, but we call him sir.
he's younger than me.
He's younger
He's
than
4
you?
years younger than me. But
Yeah, he's a couple years old. He's what? He's 27, 28.
he's 29, I think now.
He's 29.
But yeah, so
I'm
but I
25.
think working with him was a breeze of an experience, you know, because he just knew what he wants, and he was so sure about how the scene will progress and what needs to be done, and he was so receptive about different inputs as well, you know. So he wasn't like, no, this is what I've thought, so this is what you have to do, this is exactly what you have to do. He was very receptive about different inputs within a scene, so this was great.
And trailer was really terrific, and we just came to know that even though you are a daughter of a producer and an actress, you didn't have any privilege, like you had to work for like 12 hours in the freezer, like minus 17 degrees or 16 degrees or 12 degrees, isn't it?
Yeah.
So is that the commitment that
I
made you to
think
do
that's-
that?
I think it would be stupid if I didn't do that, because I mean that's the only way to do it. I think that was a luxury and that was a gift and a privilege that I had the opportunity to do it as an actor. I think it was definitely very tough, but every actor has to work for as long as your producer or director requires you to work, and I don't see why there should be any exception in that department for me at all.
Right. And Sunny, does Vicky advise you in any of the movies, in selection of the movies, or like does he like in the acting thing or anything else?
No, he doesn't.
You're
He's
totally
not-
independent.
Very. In fact, I advise him.
You advise him?
No, I'm kidding. It's just a joke. I don't.
That's okay.
None of us do, because we understand. I mean, it's a very individual process, you know, being an actor, because your opinions differ, the way you look at stuff differ, your perception about a script, about a character, the story differs. So the lens with which he probably sees a story is not the same that I hold. So so it doesn't make sense for anybody to come and say, oh, you should do this, you should do that, that's how you should do, this is the acting tip. Yeah, no. doesn't
No.
happen.
So what's your role in Mili?
My role in Mili is I play Sameer, Mili's boyfriend in it, and it's also, he's a very irresponsible kind of a guy. He doesn't feel that, you know, you need to work hard in life. So, and that trait of his somewhere becomes very instrumental in this thing that happens with Mili, that leads her down this road of being stuck in the freezer. So, yeah.
Right. Janhvi was telling about her dad, Boni Kapoor, when he was in sets and everything.
Yeah.
So how he used to be with you?
I remember this one time I was shooting the whole day and he was there, but I didn't know he was there. Like there was, and then later I was like, "Arey sir, oh you're here." Like, "Ah, I've been here since morning." I said, "Oh, okay, that's cool." But so I mean, it's like, you know, ek to he's such a fantastic producer to work with, and I wanted to work with him since a very long time. I think he's one of the best producers that we have in the industry. I've been very fortunate to work with him actually.
पापा अभी बोल रहे थे सेट्स पे दिस मूवी हैज रिलेटेड अ लॉट टू मी लाइक बिकॉज आई फेल्ट लाइक फादर एंड a daughter relation, the same relation that I have with Janhvi.
Yeah. I think that's one of the reasons where, you know, like you said before, I was a little skeptical to do another remake. But when he called me, he saw this film on a flight and he called me up and he was in tears and he was like, "Beta, I saw a film and the daughter in it is exactly like you." And my dad used to smoke and I used to keep telling him to stop. Like I tell my father in the film to stop, and he was like, she was saying the same things he used to tell to me, and it's like me and you, and he was so moved by it, and I think that's actually one of the reasons I was excited to. It felt like a good first film for me and dad to do.
And I remember you shared good news that your father stopped smoking lately, isn't it?
I mean, not lately, it's been 5 years now.
That's wonderful.
It's been
Wow.
4-5 years, yeah.
Nice. Right. So, Sunny, what's the hardest part in the movie that Janhvi has done? I mean, were you in the shoot place when Janhvi was doing in the freezer?
Yeah, 2 days.
You didn't realize I
2
was
days.
like hallucinating and on painkillers that day.
Yeah, yeah. So, so I was first of all very surprised when I stepped into the freezer that it's actually minus 15 degrees, and I was like, oh, how is anybody shooting here, man? And on top of that, people were falling sick. There was COVID time, so I think a director had just recovered from COVID. The number of days, what went from 7 to 22?
Went from 9 to 22.
9 to 22 in the freezer, and this poor girl was there in the freezer every day, and she was also on painkillers. And the day I met her, she was just like, so what's happening? What's happening? So yeah, man, those were some good old days, freezer.
She has been a cutie pie for her father and
Yeah.
all the audience, but all of a sudden she never lost a chance when it comes to performing. I
Yeah.
mean, showing a performance,
Yeah.
isn't it?
Yeah.
So in the trailer, when we were watching about, she was tying up some plastic thing that
Yeah.
and everything that was so real, and her face was reddish and it was a little broken thing and everything. Like, she really works hard, isn't
Oh,
it?
she's fantastic. I think she's one of the most hardworking people I've worked with, and I'm not just saying because she's sitting here, because I genuinely saw it and I was like, and the first thought is that would you know, as an actor, would you be able to do this? You know, day in and day out, every day for so many hours, just come and sit in the freezer and do this, and when your hands are freezing, you know, it's like she was taking steel plates and trays and hitting and banging the door, and when you're freezing, it hurts. It really hurts. Even if you're acting, it
sometimes.
hurts. Yeah, and that's what she was doing. It's commendable, man. She's worked really hard on the film.
And Janhvi, we have to talk about Sunny's dialogue delivery,
Wow, dialogue,
isn't it?
Yeah. Not just that, I think everything. Have you seen Shiddat?
No.
Well, you should. उसमें dialogue बाजी
उसमें थोड़ा सा.
हाँ उसमें ज़्यादा.
See, everybody was talking about Sunny's dialogue delivery. The whole Bollywood media has been talking about his dialogue delivery. So we just want to know how fluent he is in
He's
dialogue
very
delivery.
fluent. I think that's actually one of his strong suits as an actor, is his comfort with dialogues and with lines. And I think, you know, it's so funny. Deepak Dobriyal actually told me कि अगर आपको अपनी ज़बान साफ करनी है तो पंजाबी सीखो. उसमें एक rhythm आता है,
Correct.
which helps you in your dialogue delivery a lot. And he is of course Punjabi and is fluent also. And I think that's one of his greatest strengths as an actor, is his command over the language.
Thanks, sir.
And Sunny, you have done a sports biopic.
Yeah.
And you have done a dance background, right?
Yes,
Isn't it?
yes.
And now you're doing a survival thriller,
Yes.
and you're going to do a thriller movie.
Yes.
And even you're very picky.
I am not picky. I take whatever comes.
You
to
are
me.
picky, please.
How picky he is?
No, I just said it. I don't know.
Answer now. Answer how picky. No, I'm not picky. I mean, it's just you just want to be. I mean, if you're very, you know, happy to be at a place where you always wanted to be and you've dreamt of being here, so you just want to do justice to it. And so I wouldn't say that I'm picky. I just want to be part of stories that mean something to me. You know, because saying that, you know, I want to be part of good stories. Whoever writes their stories, it's good for them, you know, but whether it resonates with me personally or no, that's a different thing. So I want to be part of stories which I feel should be out there, and I want to be a part of it to be able to say it, you know. So I think that's what is happening, and I think pandemic was a big lull in between, which is why it feels like I've been picky, but no, not really.
What sort of genre you're eagerly waiting for?
Oh, eagerly waiting for, you know, I really want to do a superhero film. Like
That's
a
a good
supernatural
one.
superhero film. I really want to.
Like an X-Men.
Yeah, absolutely. Like something like that.
Yeah.
छोटे जब से कुछ देखे हुए ना? शक्तिमान or something?
I watch everything. Even till date, I watch a lot of. I
He's
consume a
big
lot of cartoon.
Marvel fan also.
I'm a big Marvel fan. I've not missed a single thing from the franchise, and even I watch everything. Superhuman, superhero, supernatural.
Yeah. And Janhvi, you were always open. You wanted to do a rom-com, but you never got a chance. Are you waiting for that?
I think Bawal is kind of Well, I mean, it has romantic comedy elements. It's a lot more than that, but romance का थोड़ा भड़ास मैंने बवाल में निकाल दिया और Mr. and Mrs. Mahi also. But yeah, like an out and out romantic comedy, I really do want to do, and yeah, hopefully soon.
Nice.
Right. So, did you watch any of Sridevi's movie in Telugu?
No, Telugu I haven't. I'll be
Okay,
very
you
honest.
have no touch with Telugu, isn't
No,
it?
no, I mean, I have seen a few movies. Don't ask me to name them. I don't remember.
Please tell
the
me you've
name.
seen Pushpa.
No, obviously not.
Yeah.
Who hasn't? Pushpa.
Okay.
But otherwise, I've not so much been in touch with the Telugu movies. See, that's the thing. You know, even if I've seen, I don't necessarily know whether it's a Telugu film or a Tamil film. I'm really sorry. I know I'm sounding very ignorant about it, but I'll educate myself more now. But Sridevi ma'am's, I've seen a lot of Hindi films, and that's what we've grown up with. You know.
That's true. And how is it? How do you feel that now you are in Telugu industry? Like now you are sitting in Hyderabad,
Yeah,
you're talking to
yeah.
Telugu media,
Yeah.
and you are able to have a conversation. So how do you feel about it?
Oh, it's absolutely fortunate. It's so nice. And okay, so here's the thing. This is the first city in South India that I've been to. I've never been to
Shut
the south
up.
of India ever before.
You said you've been to Chennai.
Never. I've never been to any city. This is the
Technically,
first city.
this is Andhra.
But
So
still, it's.
yeah.
I mean,
Yeah,
it's,
part
towards
of,
part of the.
Yeah.
the
So it's
south
something
of
like
India.
Janhvi, you are holding his little figure and taking him to Hyderabad.
That's exactly what.
I only
As
took
I
him to
could-
my father's room to give him some South Indian food, but
Oh, it
that's
was so yummy.
Andhra
man.
Oh.
She was stamped.
You loved it. Okay, coming to the
Yeah.
food, I should talk about food to Janhvi.
Yeah.
Janhvi, you are foodie, isn't it?
Yeah,
But
I'm a
you
huge
really work out hard.
Yes, I do. I have no
And
choice.
and we heard your favorite food is from Andhra food.
Yes, I love spicy Andhra food. I love it.
Okay, you used to try it before?
Yeah, I think mom was also a huge fan of spicy Andhra food. Andhra biryani, pepper prawns, chicken masala. Oh.
Pepper prawns, bro.
It came, it's upstairs,
Melting.
you know.
Yeah, but by then I was full.
And now
I was full on that dosa. What dosa? did you-
Pesarattu dosa.
Pesarattu dosa.
Not pesarattu.
Then?
Pesarattu.
Huh?
Pesarattu.
Pesarattu dosa. Yeah.
That's how actually we spell in Telugu.
Yeah.
So, Janhvi, Telugulo ఏమన్నా మాట్లాడతారా?
And I mean, I can understand everything, but I don't want to speak in it unless I'm completely confident, and I don't think I'm that well versed.
ఏదన్నా చిన్న లైన్?
Andariki namaskaram.
Fine. Sunny, did you ever try to talk in Telugu?
No,
No.
never.
You never had a chance to.
Never had a chance, never. But I would love to learn the language.
Right. And Janhvi, when can you see in Telugu movies?
Soon, hopefully.
Soon, hopefully. It's like soon is a better answer than hopefully, I think.
Soon.
Soon,
Hopefully.
again. Okay, fine. We have been listening that you want to work with NTR.
Yes.
But apart from NTR, if given a chance, who is the other actor you want to work with?
I think Alu sir, Mahesh Babu, but I think I've been following Junior NTR sir's work for a while, and I really, I mean, RRR his latest film, but all of his films really, I think he's such a powerhouse, and I've been a great admirer. So him first, and then.
And is it true that you have rejected offer in Liger?
I.
What?
Huh?
You rejected Mike
No, I-
Tyson's role?
No, I didn't reject Mike Tyson's role. No, I would listen. I think the film's been made, and it's been made with another actress, and the film is hers now. So it doesn't matter what was supposed to happen and what didn't happen. I think it is what it is.
Right. Sunny, a few of personal questions to you.
Ah.
Wow, she really like
Like,
beat
now
around the
this
bush.
is the personal question segment.
Yeah. Now when Katrina is into your lives,
Yeah.
how the lives of your Kaushal's family changed?
I think it changed for the better. She's a very sweet person, very positive person, and she has a very good spiritual energy to her. So I think that adds a lot to the family and the way we function, you know. And also at the same time, it's like water. She's become a part of the family.
Right. And Do you know Katrina? I mean, in person?
We used to go to the same gym together years ago, and she always, I don't know if this is like a weird thing to say, but because she's had so much experience, and she's, I think, done so much and achieved so much, and someone that we all respect, obviously, that she always had this energy that she was looking out for me or like the young girls
she
at the
has
gym,
that.
you know,
She has
like
that.
she has this very like guidance counselor, this thing like eat more, you should eat more, and it was very like comforting.
That's
And
sweet.
she's very
And, like,
knowledgeable about these things.
Yeah, and like
Very
she passed
knowledgeable.
me by in the gym while I was doing things like your form isn't right, like go lower or like do another rep, and it was very sweet. I felt very protected in the gym by her.
Yeah.
That's so sweet. Fine. Final question. How do you rate yourself from 1 to 10 from the time you have been into movies? I mean, Dhadak to Mili.
I think Dhadak I was
10.
like a 4.
Okay.
Yeah, I think I was a 4.
Puppy.
So bad.
I just love that.
Think it's such a bacha. That's literally how I said it.
I love that.
And now, I don't know. I don't know. I mean,
Okay. Let's pass on this question to Sunny.
yeah, okay.
Her.
Can
I
you
have to
rate?
rate her, na? I think her bar of 10 keeps rising. So I think she's.
Oh,
Yeah, I mean, how do you decide what is a 10, right?
Yeah,
So it
that's
keeps changing every time. I think that's what's happening with her, because I remember I saw her in Gunjan and I was like, wait, is she the same person from Dhadak? And then I saw her in Ruhi, and I told her I loved her performance in Ruhi because the way she was performing those, it's not easy. And then, I'm sorry, I haven't seen Jerry,
Yeah, I
but
hate
having
you for
worked
that.
with her on Mili was just, I think Mili, she's outdone herself. So I think she's crossed the 10 that was there during Dhadak long time ago, and now it's new 10 that she has to look forward.
new 10.
That's very sweet.
Fine. So, how is his performance with this single movie?
I think it's a 10.
No, itna.
No, it is a 10. And I saw him in Gold, and I remember me and Dad went to the theater to watch it, and we were all like, oh, how nice! Like he's so good and he's so charming and this and that, and we were all very intrigued. I think like most people in the industry were. And then I saw Shiddat, and I was blown away by him and Shiddat. Like, I was like, wow, like it's not easy to do this kind of romance with this kind of conviction and still not make it seem
Cringe.
Yes.
cringe. I didn't want to say that, I was looking for another word. But he was so charming and so affable, and so I think that was a new 10 for him.
Hey,
But
thanks, man.
but I think Mili is a new side to his personality. Because he's a back-footed character initially, who then learns how to be a front-footed person, which is, I think, a cool craft. But I'm actually very, very, very excited for his next film, which is Chor Nikal Ke Bhaga, because he's told me a little bit about it, and I think that it'll be very interesting to see
Yeah,
him in it.
that'll be interesting.
So, finally, few words for our audience.
So our film Mili is releasing on the 4th of November in theatres. Please do go watch it. We've given our heart and soul to it.
Yes.
And do you want to sell the film a little more?
And
It's got everything.
it's got everything. It's got romance. It's got Rahman Saab's music. It's got Janhvi Kapoor's acting, and it's, I mean,
and
on a
Sunny
very
Kaushal's dialogue delivery, which apparently is.
on a very serious note, it's a film that we've made with a lot of heart, soul, and passion, and I hope that you guys like it. So please go watch it 4th November in theatres.
Thank you so much,
Thank
and
you.
all the best.
Thank you so
Thank you. Thank you.